This story is very interesting and very important. And I'm going to tell you something that it will shock you. But I have to tell you. And you will be our parliament. And I was shocked to the core. I was shocked because what we saw in parliament today shows clearly, say, the NPP as a political party, the leadership, the group in parliament, almost a minority, no, it is not about their party. So we study NPP ni power parliament. Today, the minority in parliament led by Kasongo, minority demands explanation for 10 million cedis, and $10 million. So 10 million cedis relief aid to Jamaica and Cuba. And how the president of the republic handed over relief items and or send Ghana military men to go to Jamaica to help our brothers and sisters. The people in Jamaica, they are Ghanaians. They are Africans. Majority of them did not want to live in Jamaica. It is because of what happened in the past. That's how they ended up there. Atoyiranchem atowomo. Ebi edan yine bubu. Ebi emma ewu. Ebi life. Omo building yina ashe. These people are humans like us. The way other people see us as humans and love us in very difficult times, you know. We as Ghanaians too are humans. Bible na yete sono krana ana yisuan ni Quran. You say eduane hye wonum na wo se kom kra de wonua. Eni se oka ni nyina di or se ugye bi we chi da de ma wonua. At that moment no na Bible nim say eduane na wodi hye wonum no ekom de wunti na wodi hye wonum. But bibi nti also okamu mienu na wo de dia aka no ma wonua efri se ekom de wonua na wa men a at the end of the day sa ekom na ede no ebetumi ama sebio wedi ubone. Until at the end of the day, when one man is hungry, another man when one man is satisfied, another man has to eat. When a brother is satisfied, another brother has to be satisfied. Onufu, get me the statement well. Now, and John Mahamani and this Abai say, Asem atoyirenchem atu Jamaica for ebi ewuwu ebi mdan bibia saying. Remember, Jamaica is an island. The kind of things we get as Ghana, Jamaica for munyebi. The kind of opportunities I war ha as a nation, Ghana, Jamaica is a small island. They are living in the middle of the ocean. Anytime nature will get a little angry, Jamaica gets wiped away. It is not their fault living there. That is where some of them were born, and that is where they grew up. That is where their umbilical cord is, and that is where they have to live. So you cannot sit there and say, I don't know, they don't have anywhere to go. That is where they belong. Enti say atoyirenchem atu obi wa Jamaica. Eti say atoyirenchem atu obi wa Ghana. Because I'm very sure say Bob Marley Yirekura Rita Marley. There were so many countries she could have gone to stay. But at the end of the day, Oba Ebri and Oka say, I want to live here. There's a reason. Because people connect to where basically their umbilical cord, where their ancestry is from. Inti, we cannot just take it lightly. Say, Adia Tuobi. Inti, because of politics, MPP today are asking us, say, Intina and the John Mahama buying Ghana kura ya se nkrimofo ne ekristofo ne disua ya wakoma pa. Intina ye nua bi ho akire omo e wo Jamaica. Yatam sika ne aduane. In fact, enye sika. Yatam aduane entade nyoma ebebo mo so ayese nipa na ye di soldiers for accounts omo nko bua no mo chichire omo kro no NPP for mo parliaments aden omo ntiase e de nkwase ade na ye de ye sika eye Jamaica ni Cuba for ebre. So many times Cuba for asuma omo nurses ni omo doctors mo ma ba Ghana abeboa ye times na ye bre. Cuba yepe ekura omoboy when it comes to nurses, doctors, experts. Cuba. And so many Ghanaians have been saved by Cuban doctors and nurses. And asamu tuwomo na abaya otiso John Mahama abayin through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. etumi agada nyoma kakra ama wasoma ye sojafoɔ ni bi sɛ monkɔ na sɛ dan na ɔmo si a monso ɔmo mu sɛ apata na ɔmo si a monbo ɔmo no nya apata no sɛ ɔmo nsuo na ase a monbo ɔmo no tu foforɔ na yɛmfa aduane wei kakra nka ɔmo no so ɛnyɛ sɛ nipa ne nyina yɛnte asase wei so kasongo Afenyo makini MPP fo sɛ ɛyɛ nkwasi asɛm ɔmo sɛ minority say NDC former parliament be chiro mu bebi omunya sika no adenti na matam Ghana sika koto nnuane adani aton tade adani pese ekoboa ye nnua Jamaica ni Cuba ni ye nnua nipa owo atoyire nchemu nti omo so mo ntiase nti obi te se intim fodwo ose oye sofo meka kire nyanko ma soe awo miankasa mo se intim fodwo se ma angi ni city na nam yokusie saa kwa ne se oye sofo enda no pay a yetam saa nyoma we ekoche Jamaica any Cuba for only the first person obeka kire Ghana for say ontiase adentina yetam sika we akona entokwa wo boko yemfa si eduane no koma boko fo entokwa o baby wo Ghana galamse o baby enti sebio say yenya bi kwa na abro so a mema yemfa bi nko baby a because as we sit here maintain say obi oboko aka say for the past 1 year, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, we need that. Maintain so be aka so obokwa sebio for the past 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 1 month, onya dan demu. Maintain say inti at this point, obi osi a friend software or enya minipa akwa or yakwasia. Now when him there yawa same we mu nyina. And just sometimes I ask myself say, MPP for omo ye moa na so omo ye ntwamoa. Ye wo moa and ye wo ntwamoa. Sometimes when they do some things, they don't think about it. It's because it's all about politics. It's all about they thinking, say, it will give them vote. Mama Kanchiro, John Mahama and the NDC going to give aid to Cuba and Jamaica, and you protesting it, it will not make a Ghanaian vote for you, NPP. Ghana Nibian Wabeko ballot. Akoto Abaka say, John Mahama ko chair Cuba and Jamaica time are you at your omo or come on when you and no master for ultimate 20 John Ghana ni be no obey into what to make obi also a suffer or parliament or so a minipa to come and say Mumra meche be a sikano into kwa boko I don't know come Jamaica for this is what happened in Jamaica. This is category 5 hurricane, Melissa. This is Kingston. This is even the capital. So imagine those living in small towns in Jamaica. This is category 5 hurricane. Imagine those. This is Kingston, Jamaica. This is Kingston, Jamaica for Accra. No. So imagine those people living in Jamaica as Nkregwa. So we come together as a nation and we take 10 million in aid. And the president says, Jamaicans, Cubans, the soldier for these group of piglets are saying why. In Tokwa Boko, Jamaicans. This is Bawumia. This is MPP. They are selfish. Now, this is when the NPP, they were in power. 2023. Ghana presents containers of cocoa products to Turkey. Time at Turkey for any earthquake. Ekruno, edane ya ebubu ye free asasina se. Because ebia enokra ka ho ena achiwuye. This was when they were in power. Today, MPP for Bucha say, hey, did not 10 million yen wine. Now let me show you this. This is 2023. This is Kenoforiata. The Ministry of Finance has presented 1120 footer containers of cocoa products as emergency relief items to victims of last February's earthquake disaster in Turkey. Time and no more power no. Almost the 8. Almost swear nyane. You say asemesi wa Turkey. With all due respect, Turkey for me before. With all due respect to Turkish, the Turkish are not a before. With all due respect, and I'm not against Turkey for, I am not being a racist here, but I'm trying to build something for you to understand. Jamaicans are our brothers and sisters. They look like me. They look black like me. Their genes are the same like me and you. These are Jamaicans who, every day when they speak, they say their roots is from where we live. And we know when we trace history, Jamaicans are one of us. They are part of us. NPP for tam eduanini sika koma Turkey for. I mean, read the story in intro. Today they are questioning. The items comprise 120 tons of cocoa powder and 20 tons of cocoa spread. 2023 na enkwara omuwo boko wana na edi miluda wana na yemani milo mani di wana na yemano 20 tons of cocoa powder mani di wan akwara be na ewo boko in 2023 time na bawomia ene MPP wo power na entokwa boko no akwara be na ewo boko a NPP aban command chocolate is onom yetam 120 tons of chocolate beverage called Turkey. Now let's read the story. And I quote. In line with this spirit, the government and the people of Ghana, through the collaborative efforts of the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Cocoa Processing Company, acting on the instruction of Akufo-Addo, acting on the instruction of President Akufo-Addo, and cabinet procured 1120 footer containers of ready-to-eat cocoa product as emergency relief items for the people of Turkey. The Minister of Finance, Kenoforiata, said, end of quote. Mami reading namin timunchiramo MPP for nkwasiafo. Afenyo ma kene intim for job mo yankwasiafo mo njimi mo nimnyansa. Mo yenyan. Nobody will give you people power again. Time and more power 2023. Sata na bokufo omu hiya milo. Na bokufo omu hiya aid. Na bokufo omu hiya any supplies. Under the instruction of the president and the cabinet, that decision was taken. So how can you today turn around and tell Ghana for say you don't understand why the president has instructed the government to export relief items to Jamaica? For Turkey for, with all due respect, and with all due respect, the Turkish might not even have eaten that food. For all you know, Turkey for did not even eat the beverage. But I know Jamaicans. I know Jamaicans are our brothers, and they will appreciate everything that is grown. Time Turkey they are richer than Jamaica. Turkey, they have money than Jamaica. Turkey, they are developed than Jamaica. Turkey should take care of their own. But you fools, in Kwasiafo to some, you sat in parliament and entertain the dwarf to take money. We do not have a problem. Why should we have a problem with a country helping another country in need? These are foolish people. MPP omu yam Kwasiafo and me hu asofo mu di MPP am say mu you know. MPP they kill, they murder people and laugh about it. Chairman want to me assistant beka kire say omo na kokun eye John Kuma wo sirem ebe sin de omo ka ho asem biem. Sa ankofo engina bebia embo eye de JB dan kwa din biem. Kwasiafo omu ye nipa. Are these people humans? These are dangerous, foolish people. Why are we entertaining such a terrible group of termites? And yet we don't represent this kind of hard-hearted things. Kwasia we beka say I me wo Freemason. Kwasia, yasin kwasia for join Freemason. Sa Freemason kwasia adwene no hade bi okeka. This man will sit there, hey, me de mikromofo kwasia. He does not understand. Oh sorry, me a Christian, I'm a Catholic. Such a fool with no principle. Hwentim for jo na no said ye nigu nenum na fono Jimmy for we say oya sofo Jimmy for ni aso so so Ghana ekoso wa ha now me team ni say me fa bibi nchire mo. This is the kind of assistance we got during COVID-19. This is the aid assistance ay nyaye Afenyo makina boa tie. And anytime we deal with they are naturally born foolish. COVID-19, 2016, 2014, 2016, the help we have gotten from other nations, other institutions, people who have seen us and felt bad for us. In crony institutions, agencies they felt bad for us and gave us aid. In 2014, 2016, Ebola bae. Ghana served as a logistics hub for the United Nations Ebola response and received medical support. Ebola by UN and other countries, they gave us medical support. Ebola in 2014-2016, John Mahama was president. UNMEER, Ghana's role in Ebola response. We sat in this country. We took those aids because we were expecting other people to be humans towards us. Nations who were part of UN quickly gathered and said Ghana needs intervention. Ebola might kill people. So our country became the hub of UN equipment, normal logistics to fight Ebola. Ghana, and into Ebola into Mamba Ghana. It was through the intervention of the government of the day, John Dramani Mahama buying, they made sure they got that aid, they got the assistance to help other nations. So our country became the hub of making sure say logistics about Ghana near ama other African countries. We saved lives. Over 2022, COVID-19 by it was a pandemic. In Kwasiafo Tisabuka say our economy is strong. We can face anything. COVID-19 by 2020-2022. Ghana received vaccines via COVAX and donations from US, UK, Germany, China, and UAE. COVID-19, all these countries gave us assistance. They gave us aid. You people were in power. And we didn't even have money to eat. Now, UNICEF Maiska, we received vaccines from UNICEF. Ghana Health Service, COVID-19 updates. But today, these people have a problem. When we have a little bit to share and we want to share, MPP in Kwasiafo will say they don't understand. Why? Why are we giving Cuba? Why are we giving Jamaica? These are the kind of people we live with. The NPP is a party of bastards. COVID-19, an amount of 22 billion. COVID-19 by yenya sikefi World Bank, yenya sikefi IMF, yenya sikefi UK, yenya sikefi Germany, China, yenya sikefi Germany, yenya sikefi UAE, yenya about 22 billion cedis. What about dollars? Almost $4 million. almost $4 billion. COVID-19 buy, you know. We got almost $4 billion. Almost $4 billion. COVID-19. We got money from China, UAE, Germany, UK, United States. We got money, physical money to fight COVID. We got almost 4 billion, 22 billion cedis. Oh, the bad dollar that time was 3.8 something billion dollars. That's kind of way. Today, we want to help other people. In Kwasiafo MPP for say, you don't understand. You took 10 billion. You took almost $4 billion from other countries as in the form of AIDS. Emwa, Emma Monkwasiafo, Oforiata, Kojo Ponkroma, Samia Wuku, Nane Kufuado, Samuel Jenapo, Afenyo Kenkwasiawe. Some Kwasiafo, you split the money into pieces. And then, Abambia Bana, Yakobwa Jibeka for the Cuba for Mosamon Tiasie. Where is the $4 billion? Thank you very much, team. Yatikroma COVID-19 by now your lockdown parties. And I'm would be a restaurant. Bumped in neba boy or the COVID-19 sick and be a restaurant or Ghana. Now we are lockdown parties. Kojo Ponkromaka said they are working from home. He spent 1.5 billion working from home. Was so laptop na osho pono to chine kwate kwasia. These people spent money. They wasted all this money. And then today a government is in power. Now you have an issue. Why are we helping them? You got almost $4 billion. Come and tell us what you did with the money. Now, there's another story here I want to talk about. All right. This story is very interesting and very important. And I'm going to tell you something that it will shock you. But I have to tell you. High Court to hear former NPA CEO Mustafa Hamid Abdul Hamid's application to strike out charges against him on December 22nd, 2025. Yes, court Babiti Mustafa Hamid and the lawyers say OSP charges now or charging no. On any lawyers Barbe contest the charges to make sure they strike out a lot of the charges. And I'm sorry to tell you this. Mustafa Hamid and his lawyers, they will get away with murder. Yeah. Because it is the OSP. And I can tell you on authority, the OSP knows the case they built against Mustafa Hamid. Because he left. I didn't know about an anope. No, many. To buy an I read quite a bit of through into a manana a bomb. To say a paper pa. The tenant I was on. I can oh, paper. I the same a yepa. It's the woman they come. No, be to the Barcelona to make him kind. Hey, and I'm some kind Bible. And I'm seeing it. My Bible, dear, dream. Some other was so that was it. Is a bit fee, none and near friend. It is so who will be or Exp0sed. The person I will catch her. The Americans say one fast back into bed. You could have now one so far clear one. Very many draft from room. Oh, no, I say, oh, no one drink. Nay, yeah, man, or woman. Now, what you so young, one. It is a oh, chair the Premier Lumias, a equi, a data number catcher, and the Premier Lumias. Oh, Michelle will be a star. My passion is on your uncle border to see. You do one ton, your horse, almost as of 1 p.
On Shadan charge you say go up one year, could you say, or be more broke a crab in arm. One we are military, I will say, at the airport, airport, the air how be a bit few.
Sure. You. I prefer more. Mammy, or buy my money. I was
Fine, said 3 weeks in mine, but now what you mean, some money.
Now, 2 minutes, and they ever to agree, Conom yet. And then, what I said, once and a day, oh dear Dancy, and to work also to fear our near friend, a test so when you're glaucoma. O shall dear womb, black, what I saw, but I can say, baby, Tontonia. Who will do her also press of our pier now a year, Pastor. We have a bar, when I have a redemption of this game. Amen.
Out some people who were supposed to be charged. Mustafa Hamid is going to go to court and point those things out. And I swear to God, the prosecutor, the special prosecutor, will fail to justify that. And Mustafa Hamid, those charges will be dropped by the court. And you know why? OSP knows what he's doing. From the beginning of this case, he planned it quietly and strategically because he knows at a point the blame will be put on the court and not him. When we say we are Mustafa Hamid in the lawyer, they will win. And when they win, it means majority of the charges are OSP are level against Mustafa Hamid. It will be dropped. You know why? Let me show you. You see, the charges now, OSP charging Mustafa Hamid is based on extortion. Right? Now, when you say extortion, if Mustafa Hamid extorted or he was involved in extortion, the question is, who did he extort from? Who was the victim? You have taken somebody to court and you are saying say nipa no ete office no or the office no ejisika ebonkofo apo, but in your charge sheet you were not able to point to the court to say this person or this person or this person and a Mustafa Hamid ejisika free no ho. So Mustafa Hamid in the lawyers now a detected Sadia, and it is not just they just detected, it is something that Kisieja been planned from the beginning. Because not only say so or drafted case in this way, definitely Mustafa Hamid, the court will not have any option than to tell Mustafa Hamid to walk. Then when it happens like that, most of the Ghanaian citizenry will say the court is not helping OSP. But OSP didn't create a cutting deal a long time ago. Now, the reason why Mustafa Hamid and his lawyers are going to go to court and tell court to say the OSP is saying our client extorted or was involved in extortion, and that he was not. The reason why he's saying that is because he said he's saying that our client took money from somebody. Now, in a charge sheet, there is nowhere that OSP was able to prove, say, Mustafa Hamid ejisika weho ana oji weho, because there should be a victim. You cannot say somebody extorted money from someone without the person who was extorted. Now, the person who gave that money, a friend extortion or your wine, Mustafa Hamid extorted sikafri omono was the OMCs, the oil marketing companies na oma nipano ejiji sikari nyina omono. Those are the victims. Now, for some reason, Mekachira will say those OMCs were paying money to some people to protect them from being added to the charges. Because so OSP wako court. Now catch a court. So Mustafa Hamid ewie sika, why started sika. Now when to prove who the victims are, the judge will tell you say, so who are the victims? Who did he extort the money from? Now OSP Kisieja being the OMCs na omujiji sika omuhoni nyina no ewo NMP no. The OMCs came to see Kisieja being. Now, Kisieja Bain, at the end of the day, has cut deals with all these OMCs. He did not add a single one of them to the charge. So what is going to happen? And they say, the court will throw all the charges of OSP out because he could not prove, say, this and that and this were the victims. And Mustafa Hamid This is from day one. And he was very confident to say they would throw the case away. Because when they sat down and negotiated from the beginning, this was how the plan was. I will charge you. I will take you to court. But let me tell you, the loophole will be the victims you extorted from. If I extract the victims from my charges, you and your lawyers can prove to the court that there are no victims and that you did not charge or you did not extort anyone. So that is the plan. And it's Mustafa Hamid. I say, on a lawyer, they are going to contest the application. They are going to strike out the charges, some of them, because they know they have a case. Kisié Jabin on Kanokre. Kisié Jabin, he needs to leave that office. Kisié Jabin is playing all of you. Last member, tina ha ye expose catch them say. Adentina Kisié Jabin say OMC swe ne tua bribe no edema eyedien guy no edema Mustafa Hamida. Why did he take the OMCs out of the charges? Why did he do that? He took money. It was alleged. It is alleged that Kisié Jabin took 20 million. That is the allegation that is out there. And it is beginning to look like the allegation is true. Mr. S, can you find the list of the OMCs? Now, me find the amount of money that was extorted from them. And shockingly and surprisingly, in the charges against Mustafa Hamid and the rest, none of these OMCs' names appeared in the charge sheet. So who did he extort from? So the allegation that all the OMCs paid Kisié Jabin over 20 million Ghana, that allegation, as we sit here, it is looking like it is going to be clear. And this whole thing looked like it was cooked from the beginning. I will charge you. I'll put you before court, but I cannot prove my case. The court is going to release you. Ghanaians cannot blame me, Kisié Jabin. I will say the court did not help me. So that is the game the OSP is playing with you. Sa Kromfowe, as we speak, the plan they planned from day one, it is going to work. Me catch them. The day me be sa expose na me catch them OMCs. Now, Kisié Jabin clear me catch them say the allegation is that he took money to clear them. And the moment you clear the victims, OSP has no case. You see, the 5 OMCs that my team is saying, the 5 OMCs that Kisié Jabin said he was going to add to the case, those 5 OMCs, they were not directly linked to the case. So we study 5 OMCs now, so the case in one. You can see clearly that these people can prove that those OMCs, from their statement from the OSP's own investigations, they are not as direct as the other ones who paid the huge monies. Say, or the 1 or 2 craft fryer, you will see, say, they will be able to negate, they will be able to navigate their way through. See, Kisié Jabin, you cannot trust him. Me catch them. The office of the special prosecutor needs to be there. But the person who is conducting affairs in that office, Kisié Jabin, Akurugu, Same Dakon, we cannot trust these people. And I like what the president said. Or see, you, the OSP, prove to Ghanaians, let them trust you. But all these things shows we cannot trust Kisié Jabin. Nobody in Ghana can trust Kisié Jabin, Akurugu, and Same Dakon. These are businessmen, representing businessmen. These are people who are basically all about money, all about business, all about negotiations. So the allegations that they took money from the OS, how many of the OMCs gave them money? Why did he charge only 5 of them? He selected, he looked through, and he made sure that, so the OMC, we will not even get them. Because you see, when you read all the charges, and when he was interrogating the OSPs, OMCs now, some of them, you could say they did not clearly give that their money. Some clearly they admitted. Kisié Jabin is putting those who did not clearly, directly, you can charge them of doing what? Paying bribes or being extorted. Kisié Jabin is fooling you people. Now, Mr. S, thank you very much. Do you have the total cost there? This is the list. Mr. P, if you have the charge sheet, Kisejabin's charge sheet in court, can you pull it out quickly? The OSP is no more charge sheet in Muno. If Mr. P, if you can pull it out right now, I want to do something with it. You see, OSP is no OMC is no money. All your marketing companies now, how come say OMC is when you na to say ebitua $3.7 million cedis, ebitua 3.1 million cedis, ebitua 20 million cedis, ebitua 765,000, yenya 120,000, yenya 3.4 million cedis, yenya 5 million cedis, ebitua as much as 14.2 million cedis. Yas Petroleum, yenya 1.5 million, 3.4 million, 1. All these people paid money to NPA, Mustafa Hamid. But the OMC is charging only 3 or 4 of them, if that is even true. The question is, why did he leave out all of these OMCs? Why? Thank you, Mr. S, for bringing the final list. So you can see 31, I'm the actual. I'm sure the rest. Now we are 36, I think so. Now I'm sure the amount of money that Kisejabin being told us was paid to Mustafa Hamid and his dear colleagues. Now the first list now 31. I'm sure the list now count 36. I'm sure the amount that they are saying was extorted by Mustafa Hamid and his group. Now, what's going on? The amount they are saying was extorted. Now, here. Keep both, please. Now, this. Osha list that. This is the second part of the list, right? Now, the total amount, Mustafa Hamid in the cruise, NPA, 62,887,000. So they paid close to 63 million Ghana cedis. 63 million. So, say 36 companies, 62 or 63 million Ghana. Why do you take about 3 or 4 to court to charge them? Why do you take 3 or 4 or 5 to court to charge them? Why? And let me tell you, say you go back into the interrogation, the investigations, the report, and the statement he took from the OMC, sir, you can say, Uba say 5 now, so the Omaka case, their cases are the most weakest. And that is what Kisejabin is doing. Almost 10 billion, almost 10 million dollars was paid. $10 million. At that time, almost $10 million was paid to people at NPA. Mustafa Hamid, his deputy, and that gentleman. Today, the OSP is telling us the courts and any problem. I keep telling you people, Kisejabin is a dangerous man. And all the allegations that was leveled against him, he is the one making us believe in all the allegations. Also, you to me level allegations against the person. Now I can say, okay, this allegation maybe some people just don't like the person, they just want the person out of office. But so who follow proceedings and you follow how things are coming together, you can see clearly say all the allegations leveled against Kisejabin is true. Why? 36 OMCs paid almost $10 million to NPA. Today, the NPA are saying, Mustafa Hamid and his lawyers are saying, the extortion, you're charging, the OMC is no way. Why no extort is Kisejabin needs to prove. 36 OMCs. Why does he have 3 or 4 in his charge sheet? Why? Mr. P, if you can't get it, let's move on. I know by tomorrow evening, we will get the charge sheet. We will read everything and let Ghanaians know OMCs now. Kisie Jabe de ka the charges no. Ye wi ani abe find it omo list we mu. Then you call back to on one investigations no. Then we will read specifically what they said when those OMCs were interrogated. You will see. Me team no say you drop it back a little bit and look at the OSP matter quickly. Omotumi Akopuli the charge sheet no. They want me to let you know say no OMC was charged in the NPA case. Man can't you know? He did not charge a single OMCs. 36 OMCs who were the victims. Yes, 30 Sikafri Omono. Kisie Jabe did not charge even a single one of them. I'm sure there. Let me read the charges to you. The catch you. Kisie Jabe or a dangerous guy. Mustafa Hamid mo. They have discussed this matter. They know what they are doing. What you say with Jimmy? What on case, you know? Yeah. This is the charge sheet. Thank you, Mr. S. Now, make sure they couldn't hear. Mustafa Hamid, the lawyers in the OSP, they've planned this a long time ago. They'll work and OSP will blame the court. Now, the charge sheet in the Superior Court of Judicature, in the High Court of Justice, Criminal Division, Greater Accra Region, Accra AD 2025, Obasewa, the Republic versus Mustafa Abdul Hamid, Jacob Kwabena Amwani, Wendy Newman, Albert Ankra, Isaac Mensah, Bright Bediakon, Kweku Abuajiakwa, Propnest Limited, Kel Logistics Limited, Kings Energy Limited. 1. In this study, Omwa Odiom Kujina Quarter. Kings Energy Limited, Mr. P, Mr. S, pull out the investigation. Kings Energy Limited, what they actually said about extortion. Yeah. You don't know Kisie Jabe. Now let's go into the list. That means Kings Energy Limited, Sika Omutiaye. Kisie Jabe, or your Konkanu Crow, Kisie Jabe, Obe Plebusa and Koko, Mumu Jimia Manukra. Now let's find Kings Energy Limited. Kings Energy Limited. Kings Energy Limited. Kings Energy Limited. Kel Logistics. Ewo, charge sheet in him. 1 second. There's Kel Logistics Limited and Kings Energy Limited, right? Now, we shall list more. Kings Energy Limited, Kel Logistics. Kel Logistics, you started with Kel Logistics. Number 24. Omutia 350,000. Mr. S, Mr. P, go into the interrogation document. What Kel Logistics, when they were questioned, their statement, I'll prove something to you. Now we are looking for Kings Energy. And I'm all right, Meba. I need to be sure. Kings Energy Limited. Now, Kings Energy Limited, let me show you where is Kings Energy Limited. You can listing him 36, no. Kings Energy Limited. Kings Energy Limited. Kings. Okay. Kings. I'm not seeing any Kings Energy Limited here. Now, my main call to the last list, no. So when you go, so I'll call list 36 OMCs. The only OMC or what 36 no Kel's Logistics. The only one or charging no Kel Logistics. Kel Logistics. Mr. P, Mr. S, go into the interrogation when he was questioning all the OMCs. Kings Energy and Kel's Logistics, their statements. You sit here and you think we are joking. Kisie Jabe, he's playing all of you. He's playing everybody in Ghana. He knows everybody in Ghana is a fool. He's playing all of you. The charges down there, these are the charges. Mami really charges, conspiracy to commit the criminal offense of extortion by a public officer. So the first count, extortion by a public officer. And a second count, 54 years. I say Mustafa Abdul Hamid, particulars of offense. At all material times, being the chief executive officer of the National Petroleum Authority and chairperson of the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund Management Committee and the National Petroleum Authority, Jacob Kwabena Emwa. So basically, the charge or charging Mustafa Hamid, extortion. Who did he extort from? Kel Logistics or Kings Energy? Kisie Jabe, you see. or play with some cocoa, some with Jimmy. Kisega Mion. He knows Ghana. So my team is telling me, say, some of the OMC were OMCs that they created to move the monies. So they don't even exist. When we decide to do a forensic audit in the 36 OMCs who paid almost $10 million to a NPA, a Mustafa Hamid Moa, you will see, say, about 80% of them, they are just fake OMCs created to move the money. You think it's a joke? Now I'm with Juma as a CEO of a government institution. Now you are lying to me. You as a CEO, you want to lie. Me straight up John Mahama. Apart from that, I'm done. So John Mahama retired, I'm done. If John Mahama says he's done today, I'm done. I'm telling you. A straight up John Mahama. You can't buy me when it comes to politics. No, none of you. No politician in Ghana. And I'm trying everything to protect his legacy and for him to work for us. My job is to exhaust everything in his brain. And it needs to benefit the people. I am not those kind of people who I'm not that type. I will check every single one of you. Nobody will escape me. Obi echa ready. Now, Madinka catch yourself a miniwa utibete. And you people know yourselves. Monko kurana mon kano kureno. Monko kurana ya mama appointment na. Mudidi mana mon kano kureno. You go see where power lies. Yeah. Me charge bape. Let me be cancel. But me saving some for the right time. Oh, Forest Commission guy, and man cannot some that until today. I knew what I was doing. Now, Exp0sed, okay, thank you. Me team today, Sanko for me and Sunny charge you opening no no. Omo statement about my main read the statement in show because there's Cal Logistics, Exp0sed for my main reading show. This charge. Thank you, Mr. S. Thank you for bringing this in. My main reading way you finish your jumano. My man my dear Mustafa Hamid. Kisega will let him walk easy. More dear mo or Yusumo. He said, I'll be home in with Jimmy. Obed Dimwa Grossa Omumo. Now, these are the three companies. We have charge sheet now. Omunina womb. Because, where is this? Mechamo. Time I'm investigating. Three companies now. I'm say. This same Kiseja been said OJ almost statement, you know. So our charge sheet anymore. Let me. Mami and large na show idea. You see the charge sheet, right? Now look at it. There is Exp0sed Limited, Kel Logistics, and King's Energy. Now I am going to read three companies way. Time Kiseja been interview omunyina ano. Dia otro or onwankasa no investigative report no. Maybe read the actual. No who Kiseja been is. Because these are the three companies that are charging you. 36 companies, only 3 na appear. Mami chawa devi. Uji Kiseja BD. Oh dear, oh bodam. Team, I don't know why this thing is not coming up. I don't know why it's not coming up. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it's not coming up in the system. Let me see. No. What the system is showing me is not what you're sending me. All right. Team, sorry. I think I picked the wrong file. Maybe machiramu de echo. Kiseja ben. O play mu sem wa. Kel Logistics, Exp0sed, and a King's Energy. Maybe chiro or charge sanko for me and sanepe out of the 36 OMCs. Now on one person investigative report, no. Let us read what is in it. Namin chawa debi. May try to pull this. It is not my fault, guys. Okay. Besides, I got 2 out of the 3. Okay, there's Kel, there's Kel, there is Exp0sed. What the heck is going on here? But this is what I'm going to do. there is PropsNet, and then besides there is Kings Energy. Thank you very much, team. I just got it. Everything is on the file. Now, Mohade, this is the first company, right? PropsNet Limited. PropsNet Limited. Managing Director Jacob Kobna Emua. It's a PropsNet company, no? Kobna Emua na ono jiji scanner dia. It's even the companies that he charged were companies that were created by the suspects. But the OMCs, no, he didn't touch any of them. Kisieja being obe finish them. Or charge 3 companies. Ewo Nipa 9 or charge of PropsNet, Kings Energy, and Care Logistics, right? Now here. PropsNet now or charge of it belonged to Jacob Komina Iwa, the first suspect na ono momuna stoti sikanama Mustafa Hamid, He was the director and shareholder, Albert Ankra. Alleged role, PropsNet is accused of being a conduit for laundering extorted funds from oil marketing companies and bulk oil transporters. Now, the issue here is the person who was extorting the money on why be in the company. Into why are you charging the company when you have charged the person? Now, where is the other 36 OMCs? Why are you charging any of them? He's charging the same moi. Now, also, I the main suspect now. Or no, the scano, or no, the company no charge, but the rest of the OMCs no macan. He did not touch anybody. Now let's move forward. The second company. Oh, I think I got this twice, right? The same PropsNet. Okay. The second company is this. Kings Energy. Kings Energy. Now, Kings Energy, Managing Director, Jacob Kwamina Emua, the same person, the company, or they are starting, or charge. Joseph Kwamina Emua, he owned PropsNet and owns Kings Energy. What would you say that be? In the 36 OMCs now, Omunyina victims of extortion, no, he did not charge any of them. 33, he let them go. You say that boy crazy. Inti 2 companies are or charge you or more on the charge sheet, no. 2 companies, no, are the first suspect there. But inti ebuso, inti right now, who are the victims? One of them extorted or more. The guy who opened his own company extorted his own company. So how can you say Mustafa Hamid extorted yet the suspect company? How can you make that case in court? Christian, I'm sure the last one. The last one is which one? Oh, the last one is the last one is which one? Let me get the last one. The last one is Care Logistics, right? Okay. Care Logistics. Let me show you Care Logistics. Kisieja Bing. Ohumusa munyina mo Jimmy. Mama Chow. Let me show you Care Logistics. Come, team. Emuanity 2 companies. Wa charge 2 companies, no. 33 OMCs. No, I'm finding Sanko Bia. Waji. They say allegations that he took money. He has taken the money. Now, Mama Chow. Care Logistics. Now, where's the Care Logistics? Keep both. All right. Care Logistics, Nini. Now see. This is Care Logistics. Care Logistics, so Jacob Kwamina Emwadia. He is the director. And see, Kisejabe did not charge any OMC. So the question here is, why am I victims of the extortion? So Mustafa Hamid will go to court and tell the judge that, Judge, Kisejabe is saying I extorted money from some OMCs. Now, the man that he is accusing of taking the money for me, he is saying that I extorted money from the man's company. How is it possible? How is OSP going to answer that in court? So what is going to happen is the court is going to cut out or cancel the charges against Mustafa Hamid. He will walk. That's it. Mama Joe. There are 3 companies now. The 3 companies now are what charge sheet is no. Kings Energy, Kels Logistics, and PropsNet Limited. No, they all belong to Emua, the prime suspect who was in charge of the extortion, taking the money and giving to Mustafa Hamid. The 33 OMCs who paid the money, he didn't charge any of them. Now Mustafa Hamid is going to go to court and tell the court that this same Emua has a fake company he was using to extort money. Now, the question here is, the same person who is being charged, you are saying I'm extorting the person. So who is extorting who? The 33 OMCs that paid millions, why didn't he charge any of them? Because the allegations that Kissie Jabi took 20 million new Ghana cedis from each of them is true, no? It is showing here. Me lawyer. My in-laws are lawyers. When I take documents, I analyze the documents, I follow, and I put 1 and 2 together. Kissie Jabi, he needs to go. The office needs to stay.
The MPP of Darocha, Sakiskek, Victor Wusu, Kofi Buzia, Professor Edubuahe, Alajete, J.A. Kufuor, those men of value, those men of integrity are not what we have today. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just sankwas. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just sankwas.
I didn't know about an another.
No, me.
So by a didn't
see. I read quite a bit through into a munana a bomb. She say a paper pa. The 10 and I was so. I can't. Oh, paper. I say a yepa. You see, woman, they come. No, be. It's the best, I'm making kind. Hey, and I'm some kind Bible. And I'm seeing it. My Bible, dear, dream. Some other was so. That was it. It is a bit to feel none and near friend. It is so. Who will be or Exp0sed, the person I will catch her. The Americans say one fast birthday into bed. Now, about so far, very many draft from room. Oh, no, I say, oh, no one drink. Nay, yeah, man, or one. Now, what you so young, one. Amen. It is a oh, chair the primary lumias, a equi, a there are number catch here in the primary lumias. Oh, Michelle will be a sir. My conscience is set on your uncle border to see. Would you one turn your horse, almost as of happy? What do you mean? Oh, Pahead. On Shadan charge you say, go up on the echo, you say, or be more broke a crab in arm. One we are military, I will say, I dare echo, dear, how be a be free. You after 4 more Emma, you buy my money. Fancy 3 weeks in mine, now to me and some way. Now to me, sir, and Emma. Ever to agree, Conom yet. And then, Papa said, once and a day, oh dear Dancy, and to walk also to fear our near friend, a test so when you're glaucoma. Or shall dear womb, black, what I so like I say, baby, Tontonia. Who will do her also press of our pier now a year, Pastor, so to be able to about when I had a residential of this. Amen.